Oh man. All right. I'll wait a bit. See if anybody joins. I'll wait for a little bit. I know I started a little earlier. I mean a little later, but responsibilities and stuff. All right, we got one viewer. I guess I can start the show now. Let me just bring up my table of contents real quick, and I'll see where's did I forget to add it into the? Oh man. Yep, I did. Hold on one second. What is it? What is the show called? There we go. Let me get this picture before I start. Alright, think I'm ready. So, we do this like every other week. So there's nothing new. We're gonna sit down, talk about some anime, and then we're gonna enjoy our nights, the rest of the nights. It's always cool to always cool to end up a good note on a podcast. So that's exactly what I want to try to do. Um, Welcome y'all once again to another awesome anime podcast. Shout out to those who came early, who's on time. Shout out to you, all right? Because you you make this possible. All y'all make this possible, and I cannot say thank you enough. Because without y'all, this channel would probably just be another side hobby of mine. So let's actually get into the jizz. The jizz. I got my notes up right here. So talking about let me move this up here. All right. So talking about the new Demon Slayer. It ended what a few months ago. Yeah, a few months ago. But just in case y'all are wondering, Demon Slayer top anime. Demon Slayer was deemed the top. Well, the Demon Slayer theme song was ranked number one in the world for 2019 for anime, of course, not no other shows or music. It was just ranked number one in all anime songs. So shout out to Demon Slayer. They always seem to be on top of things. So good shit to y'all. Second news is actually what, just because we're on the topic, I'm actually past this episode. I'm on the episode where what is it? Oh man, I can't even think right now. I'm on an episode where like they doing rehab and yeah, they're doing rehab and what is his name? Tagjaro is wait, one second. Oh yeah. So Tagjaro right now, he's currently like in between learning how to learning to master the total breath in technique, breathing technique. So shout out to him. Always cool to, you know, work hard and master shit. It's you gotta master things sometimes. Especially when especially when, you got demons and yeah, especially when you had demons running around eating people. So, you gotta be on top of your game at all point. There's no excuse for there's no excuse for not being prepared. So, you gotta be careful with that. I gotta find my home page. One second. I'm trying to bring it back to the home before I go to the next. There we go. Let me bring this on top. All right, so next news I'm gonna bring out right now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. It's not gonna highlight. Oh, Let me first write in it. There we go. All right, fix it. I don't know why it does that. Hmm. Let me move this down real quick because I don't want to have this problem again. Hold on 1 second. I guess y'all can already start guessing. I know I'm gonna leave it on top. Let me leave it on top. All right. So, uh, in case y'all wondering, the new the show the clip right behind y'all is from what is the show called? Oh man, I can't even think of it. That's crazy. It's from Demon Overlord. Overlord, not Demon Slayer. Overlord. We just got done talking about Demon Slayer. So in Overlord news, for those who like Overlord, Overlord has. Oh wait, did I? Oh wait, all right, 1 second. Before I even go into it, let me just change the title real quick. Anime news, and more. Top 10. All right. So back to the news. So Overlord's getting a fourth season, which is going to be his last season with more than 13 episodes. So this is when the community really outshines, and I really do hand it to y'all because there's a lot of I'm pretty sure I said this once or more times before that communities, or not just the community, more like the producer or the creator isn't really no let me rephrase it. So the community isn't as strong enough to get a to get what they want. I was just saying, yeah, to get what they want. So so Overlord, first of all, Overlord is pretty old. I believe it came out in like 2014, 2013, 2015. It's pretty old, but but this still became a favorite among a lot of friends of mine and a lot of internet um a lot of and fans. Let me just call them fans. A lot of fans as well. We got we got what was it? The show so yeah, we got a lot of supporters for this and for this show to actually get a fourth season. So I'm really proud about that. I, so the season isn't supposed to come out until like later spring of 2020. So while I'm in boot camp, I'll be missing at least a few episodes. I'm gonna be mad, but it's whatever. I gotta make way for the future. But season four is coming out next. No, wait. Yeah, upcoming spring 2020. I have more than 13 episodes. I'm excited about that because this show is like one of my favorites, which I'm gonna get to in a later of the stream. I apologize if I'm watching it. I'm just, this is not really feeling it today. My stomach hurts. So, uh, I thought I found a clip to show you for my third news before I get into the actual show. But I guess I didn't. Couldn't find it in my library. So we have, yeah, we have Juicy. So when I do the podcast, I try my hardest not to correlate any of any of other than anime news or anime topics, just because just to keep everything um constant and think of the word, I can't really think of it. Consistent. There we go. I like to keep things very consistent, but we just gotta take a second to really realize the time we have because so last week or this week or last week, I think it was Sunday morning to be honest. Sunday morning, a young artist by the name of Juicy World passed away, and for y'all who don't know him, he was a yeah once again he was a already established artist. he had two songs that came out like two came out like 2 years before he got even mainstream. So congrats to that. But the real thing what I'm really am trying to say is, I mean, the point I'm trying to point out is that, you know, the dude was like 21, he passed away, and there was a reasonable cause to it. It was, I believe, not I'm about to say herpes. There was overdose, overdose of Molly and a lot of weed. So in the medical field, I believe there hasn't been a lethal dosage of weed yet. So that's putting it out there. But when you have when you have the kind of um, aid or financial support, or not even say aid, the amount of assets that this young artist did had, you imagine that the producers the ones that be sending him up the gigs, including his manager. I bet most likely he had a manager, and also his record studio, to have a little more of a parenting role in his newfound fame. But I feel like there wasn't, because if there was, he would probably still be living to this day. And I really don't like to imagine what if scenarios. It's more like you have to see you. So it's more like you really do have to live. I want to say live in the moment, but more like live into the future in a way. Like, this dude was like my age, 21, and he just passed away. So it's times like that you really gotta take in the moments that you have with the people around you, and that's just a now moment. So enough with all the sad stuff. It's time to move forward. So where's my clip? Where's my clip? Where's my clip? My hero. There we go. Yes, it showed up. So My Hero Academia season 4, season 5. I'm not really up to the season. I mean, um I'm not really so familiar with seasons, but episode 72. Oh my gosh. I'm not going even going to lie to you right now, all right? My Hero Academia this season has been more of a surprise than it have been for the previous seasons. And I'm saying that with a more of a how how can I put this? More of a pat on the back. Like I was watching. So I first started watching My Hero Academia when I was looking at clips. I was pretty old. I believe when I saw it, it was already on season 2 or season 3. So I binge watched the whole season. I skipped season 3. I didn't like season 3. I tried my hardest. Season 3 just wasn't just really wasn't it. I loved season 1. Season 2 felt like it had a very very long filter. You know, I felt like the whole season could have skipped season 3. Feel like there was no. Oh, what I'm gonna talk about season 2. I felt like it was a lot of filter. It was a filter season. I feel like they could have skipped. No, wait, no, my bad. Season 3. I felt like they could skip season 3. Like, besides the fact of All Might losing his powers from All for One. Wait, is it All for One? Oh, All for One, All for All, something like that, man. So it's man, I can't really focus my thoughts right now. I apologize, but it's just I don't know. The season 3 wasn't really my. It just really wasn't hit touching. Wasn't really sinking with me. I love season 1. Season 2 was all right, but season 3 just was a big letdown. But season 4, they hit a big giant switch because revealing All for One. I feel like he didn't really have a motive. It was like, all right. So for example, we have the villain Palpatine, Star Wars. All right, I know. Like I said, I don't like to correlate non-anime topics, but metaphors. But we're gonna have to this point. So Palpatine in Star Wars, episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3. He only appeared in episode 3, but he been hinting from episode 1, I believe, or episode 2, and they only seen glimpse of him. All right. Now in episode 3, this is when you know, we finally seen this dude in person, and I would say that it wasn't a big letdown at the time. You know, they was doing a live action, so you know, it was really like a shocking moment for everybody. I believe. I mean, I can bet. So when My Hero Academia did try to do the same approach, felt like it wasn't really successful because all for one, you know, he just wasn't. I feel like he could have been better as a villain. I feel like from everybody from the show, he should had a much longer um depth into his character. I feel like it wasn't Russ. It wasn't Russ. I feel like it could have been a lot better if they put a little more time into his development over the second season. I say no, over the first season. If they would have established all for one in the first season and had him fame grown into season 3. I feel like season 3 would have been a lot better. The hype would have been more, and people would have been a lot appreciated for the season. But now in season 4, the League of Villains they no longer existing. So the I forgot the dude, face mask thing, whatever his name is. Whatever his name is, he's now leading it, but he's giving the control. Well, yeah, let me say pretty much say he giving the control to the guy who is a new villain. I forgot his name. Apologize, because I feel like he's really is whoever the character development for him is doing a good job. The creator doing a good job for that one. So congrats to that. You know, you can't really apart. I mean, I can you can't really go against a character that's so a character is just so unique. You know, it's so in the whole so in the whole season or in the whole series, it's just about bad guys going against good guys win. But now it's like, all right, these good guys, I mean these bad guys aren't really they're bad guys, but there's a different form of bad guys. They're doing with drugs, they're doing with publicity, and then also influence. Influence is a big thing. Influence is a real big thing in this season. I'll say right now, because the influence that the lead of villains had over the season wasn't really as much powerful as what the new villain is doing right now. And I apologize I don't have the picture. Oh my gosh, apologize for that. But you know, this season is doing so well. Congrats to everything that the writer is. I mean that the creator is doing. But I remember in what was it, the 72, what was it, 73, 72? Fat Gun, oh my god. So I didn't know how awesome Fat Gun was until that his moment in his on episode 2072. Now my only critic about that episode is that the backstory for oh man, Red Right came I don't forgot his name. But Red Riot was just so long, man. I like my sister was right beside me when I was saying like you spent 15 minutes of the 30-minute episode or 25-minute episode on this one character that everybody already knows. But I feel like the character development the backstory development for these already established characters that's been here since season 1 it's no need, like this is pretty much nothing else we can want to know about these characters except for, you know, what's his name? All Might. I feel like All Might's stories are pretty interesting. Maybe because, he's the only cat that I really like in the show. Except for that cat. I mean except for that dog, cat, or squirrel, whatever he is. The principal, there we go. Yeah, he's honestly like the only character from season one that I wouldn't mind learning more about. So if anything, please put that up. But just back to Fat Gum, he had an awesome episode. I didn't know his fat absorption. So the reason why he's so fat is so that he can absorb all the kinetic energy from physical contact. And if you think about it, for if you take that for a standpoint, he might be as strong as All Might. And I'm saying that with a honest tone as possible. Like this dude is able to absorb kinetic energy. Now, not saying that he doesn't feel the impact, which he does. He's missing it in the episode. That's the only thing he's been missing in the freaking episode is just fucking how much he was getting hurt. But his his powers is really rivals All Might. So, like in a way, for those who don't understand kinetic energy, you have a moving object. All right, a moving object. Let's use a bullet. A bullet is flying like 900 miles per hour, which they don't, by the way. Probably a little fast. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, I think they do to break the speed of sound, but it's just for simplicity's sake, if a bullet is flying 900 miles per hour and a wall is able to absorb the kinetic energy of that bullet, which is the speed, which is not just the speed, it's the momentum of the bullet as well. It can absorb the contact and have no delay. Now, fat gun power is to absorb and transfer. There we go. Absorb and transfer the energy from impact to would I even dare say into greater impact? No, it's more like impact to a standstill and to an impact from an impact kinetic energy to a more storage. All right, because he actually stores the energy, and he can concentrate it into a specific part of his body. So while he's doing that, while he also taking damage, he is also losing weight. So that's something new. I wasn't really expecting that. I was like, man, this guy Fat Gum, man, he's in all these episodes, but he doesn't see as he doesn't look all hype. But into the end of the episode, man, like, whoo, man, like that was some good. That was a good episode. I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna front. Almost as good as the episode of Sword Art Online, which I should do a review on. You know what? Why not? I'm gonna do a review on Sword Art Online right now. Where's my Sword Art Online clip? I gotta find it. Just gotta find it. There we go. I'll click that. Gotta find all. Oh wait, is this it? No, that's not it. Shit. Since I'm on it, I'm gonna do it right now. I just found it too. So in case y'all wondering, that's me when I was in high school. Shout out to Young Monkeys, Bang. Yeah, they know my last name, but Bang. I'm a 99 overall. Shout out to that dude. But now also let me go to Sword Online. Bang. So Sword Art Online. Oh my gosh. I guess I'm doing 3 topics today. So Sword Art Online, man. Sword Art Online has been up on the rise on my radar. I watched every episode since as it aired. I do not miss an episode to a point where um I do not miss an episode. I barely miss an episode. I actually knows when it comes out. I believe it comes out on the weekends. So I was watching it. And I ain't gonna lie to you. The hype for it is real. The hype for it is honestly is too real to, is way too real to shit. Open up one of my shits. So the hype of this show is too real to um It's too real to be. What you can call it? Damn, I can't even think of the word. But the hype just is there. Honestly, it's there. If y'all haven't seen the new episode of, or if y'all haven't been seeing the new season of Sword Online, y'all need to watch it right now. I'm telling you, it's one of the best seasons and one of the best series that's out currently. I can't really say much after that because it's you just got to watch it. You just got to see it to believe it. And if y'all really do give it a chance, I know it had some backlash when it was coming out, especially with its incest little weird thing it had in the first season. But besides that, I know it really did bounce back. I feel like this season is a reboot. It feels like a reboot from the first season, second, and even to Gun Gala Online. I feel like it's the song reboot, but in a good way though. And I pretty much, I really, I can't really talk today. Damn, I honestly I honestly, this is the reason why it's up in my radar for like top anime of this year. So talking about the top anime, let me turn this off. Talking about top anime, all right. I'm going to read. So last week, someone asked me, or was it the week before that? Someone asked me about my top 10, and I had to think about it. I was like, yo, I can't, I can't just give you two on the spot. But now I'm prepared. This is my official top 10 of all time. So if y'all been waiting for this, thank that guy from my other video. I leave all my comments in the video so you can look at it when if I want to see who was. So my top 10 from the time I what was it first. All right, so I had made a top 10 video. Like was it like 4 years ago, 5 years ago on my YouTube channel. You can go look at it. It's a pretty long video. It's like 11 minutes, but it was one of my younger self. So we was learning. We was learning. So top 10 right now. So what top 10 when I aired that video was Alpha Samurai. 9 was Freeze. 8 was Mojic. I don't know what the fuck I wrote. 7 was Pokemon. 6 was Iso World. 5th was Soul Eater. 4th was Full Metal Alchemist. 3rd was High School DxD. And second was Sword Art Online. Now my first, I I horribly regret it. I shouldn't have put this on my list because it's a very disrespectful adaptation to what it should have been. But I put it in mainly because I just love the manga. So being a little biased, I hate being biased at times. Well, I go up to be a more unbiased person, so you know I serve myself well. Thank God. So number one was a Rosario Vampire. So I believe ever since the first live stream of anime podcast, I have been talking about Rosario Vampire. Rosario Vampire, the anime is trash. Do not watch it. I'm telling you right now, do not watch it. Do not support it because it's one of the worst animes I've ever at ever got an adaptation from this manga series. So I strongly disagree for anyone to watch it. It's disrespectful in my view, in my eyes, and it should have been done a lot better. And unfortunately, it didn't. So hopefully, if they try to reboot the whole series, they do, and they do a lot better on it. But Rosario Vampire manga, please watch it. I mean, please read it. It's one of the best mangas you'll probably read. One of the best mangas, probably the best manga I have read in my entire life. Have yet to match anything against it. And I'm talking about Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and others, even Sword Online. I believe Sword Online don't even have a manga. I believe it just have novels. But you know, it's one of those that I honestly, recommend to read if you have a trouble time finding out what to read in your daily fixes. I need to put this to the side because I need to see the comments. All right, so let's get into the new top 10. Let me scroll down so I can see all my top 10s. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Okay, so let's begin. At number 10. Now, I ain't gonna admit, I was a little biased. A little biased by this. And because, you know, I gotta give my boy Sune some respect. There we go. I just need to spend this. Shit. Spend this. Shit. There we go. Oh my gosh. I can't even talk until there we go. Spend this a little more. There we go. All right. So, Rosari Vampire. All right. I didn't say much there because I just ran on like a long rant of it just a few minutes ago. So, just read the manga. Number 9. Oh my gosh. Mob. All right. Now Mob Psycho. I seen season 1, season 2, the movie, and the OVAs. So I think the series is over. I'm not. I got it. I got to read into that a little more. I don't like to confirm. I definitely don't like to say anything that isn't confirmed, especially on this channel. You know, I like to be reliable as possible. But it's always gonna be in trouble when you're talking about an anime that's just so awesome. That should get another season, but you're just really unsure. And then especially especially how the series ended. It should definitely get another season, but it's gonna be a little difficult when it comes to that. So up to number 8. I gotta see. There we go. Soul Eater. You know, so I'm not biased. So besides the Rosario Vampire bias, so I ain't biased after that. Soul Eater really is a good is a good anime. Now the manga is a lot better. So this is I won't say it was a bad adaptation because it did have some good episodes. It did try to stay true to the actual manga. There was some episodes that was a little off, and I say episodes, not scenes. So it's there to be noticed that if you are gonna watch it, if you want something true to its actual adaptation, I would say just read the manga. It's actually a lot better. It goes into deep a lot more than what the anime did. I believe, what is it? So when they was gonna fight the final bad guy and Soul Eater, Black Star training. Black Star training was supposed to be a lot longer, and it's supposed to have shown a more mature growth into him, and I feel like there wasn't shown. There was no evidence of him really going out to train. Just being like it was more like, yo, see you guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna train." And then came back and was a OP powerful. Man, I just disagree. I believe so. What happened was that I believe Black Star went to Tatsumuki, um, place and just started training. And when he came back, it was like, yo, this dude. It was like OP as F. Like, no, it was like one of those where you was like, damn, this this is a really cool character. And then at the end of at the end of the anime season when they were fighting the final boss, I can't really remember his name. Mocha Monka was, I believe her name Mocha. Mocha turned into a scythe, which is inheritable by the father, and so yeah, it's inheritable by the father, and which is like it's cool and all, but it was a big it was I'll guarantee it was a soccer that at that same time it was it was like all right, what you gonna do with it now? You got this hybrid, or I don't know what they call it, but it's probably like a hybrid or something. She's a hybrid or something, like a half and half, like iced tea and lemon. But it wasn't like I said. The manga was it really did give a lot of more story into a lot more story and emotion through the characters, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like to read the manga, but I'm telling you, reading is powerful. It's knowledge. So there's a reason why um there's a script instead of someone directing scene by scene. It's you gotta have things down on paper. So yeah, I recommend reading the manga first, just so that you can get a good glimpse of how good the series actually is. The anime didn't do a good justice to it, so it's a reason why it's at number 8 and not number 1 or much shorter. So let me go. So Re Zero R. I think. Are you serious? Hold on 1 second. There we go. Let's fix that too. Fuck it. All right, so we're up to number 7. Number 7 on my list of all-time anime is ReZero starting up a new world. Now the manga has continued, but it's weird because of my so I read. I shouldn't say this. Honestly, shouldn't say it, but I see a little dabble in. It's like one of those. I'm sorry, I'm just getting like notification just got me off track. So ReZero, one of my favorites. It's top 7, and it could have been top 6, top 5, almost. It could be top 5. Yeah, from what I have on the list, it could be at top 5. Could be in top 5, but the last what is it? So towards the end of the anime, it became a little distorted. I would say like it. So the whole series is playing around the concept of, all right, you die, you come back alive, but yet when you come back alive, it's not where you're reincarnated. You're brought back in time. So you remember all the sequence it happened prior to your death. So it does bring out that cool concept of for a character point and for a viewpoint as well. And it's but when you so it's cool when you have like all these surprises, all these different outcomes. But when you abuse it and you feel like, all right, I'm just rewatching the same scene over and over and over. There's no real difference. Not even the character is having a actual epiphany into his actions. It's like yeah, it's pretty much like, are you serious? Am I watching this again? And it really does I'm not gonna lie, it's a actual letdown. It's an actual letdown throughout the end of the season. But I hope that season two is coming out soon. I forgot what date it's coming out, but it's coming out really soon. Um, I believe coming out. It's also coming out in spring. So there's a lot of cool animes coming out for 2020. Make sure I believe there's also a movie coming out. Make sure you watch that. The manga is still ongoing, I believe. I believe the novel is still ongoing, so make sure y'all give some support and also buy the copy and not read it online or watch it online, because you're not doing the anime any good by doing that piracy shit. So please try your effort to. I know it's hard, but try your effort to actually support the series by buying copies. Money. It's unfortunate to say, but money does support rule the world in that concept in that way. All right, so let me get to number 6. Getting pretty late. Hurry up, I'm trying to go sleep. So number 9 on the no number 6 on the list. My bad. We have High School DxD. High School DxD. Do not watch this in front of your mom. I'm telling you right now. Do not watch it in front of your sisters, siblings. Along that there's there's a alpha male presence. It's with them. Um, this make sure this is like one of the animes. I'm not gonna lie, to be watching by yourself. It's you know, it's one of those. To be honest, it's one of those like on the bridge of being hentai and being being like considered hentai and being like, all right, this is this is not even anime. You know, it really is like that of being anime. I mean, dude, being hentai and being anime. I'm just gonna say that. So I'm gonna let y'all finish. I'm gonna let y'all complete the segment from that. So number 4 on my all-time list. Let me go and get the picture. Slime. Time I got reincarnated as slime. So there isn't much. There isn't really isn't much criticism going for this anime. The manga's doing well. I like it. The anime's doing well. I like it as well. And the OVAs and the characters themselves, they're very unique. Now I am going to do some kind of I am going to do some kind of theory where theory how the slime, I forgot his name, how the slime actually works, how his powers actually works. So I'm gonna leave that one day for probably on Christmas special. Yeah, Christmas special. I do. I definitely, I'll definitely try to do a theory on how his powers actually works. Because my theory is like I said, I'm gonna tell you later, but it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you out. So we go to the next top. Oh, so we was already in top 5. That's crazy. The top 4. Dead man, Dead Man Wonderland. Oh, I gotta disable this for 1 second. I gotta do this clip justice. Y'all haven't watched this, please go ahead and actually watch this. It's a really good anime. I had watched it with my sister, and she really liked that. She told me that it was like one of her favorites. It's up there with Sword Art Online, by the way, which is her favorite series. I wish I can get into sub because the season like I said, it had rebooted, and it's really it's beyond expectation. Going beyond of what I thought it would have it would been. So Dead Man Wonderland was well really else to say from the title Dead Man Wonderland. The prisoners are there are some prisoners that have like superpowers from the comet. I believe the comet that had exploded. The manga ended. The anime didn't in a way where it didn't come to a conclusion. The conclusion that I had in the first season was bad, horrible. Wish that they can this is like one of the this is honestly had a good adaptation to the series, but it wasn't funded in a way to have another season. Unfortunately, I feel like I mean I hope that it gets another season. It needs to get another season, even though it's like 7 or 10 years old. It's it deserve a another season or a yeah. It honestly does deserve another season. Let me bring up the comment section real quick. Oh man, I was hoping someone text. So up to number 3. Oh my gosh. So I am gonna lie. I'm a little lazy with this. I didn't feel like getting enough clips, so I'm gonna reuse a clip from the first from the beginning of the stream podcast. So we have Dead or is it Demon Slayer? Not to get confused with Goblin Slayer, but it's a good item out. To be honest, if I was gonna have Goblin Slayer on this my all time, it would be ranked same thing as Demon Slayer, which is like hint hint on spoiler alert. It's not my top 1 or top 2. So Demon Slayer, like I said, my stomach really hurts. I'm trying to end this. I'm trying to go through this as fast as possible, but also being respectful to the time to the animes to themselves. But the anime. Oh wait, no. Let me hit a quick commercial. Oh man, I've been talking all day. I've been talking like nonstop. I need to hit a commercial. 1 second. Let me break. Oh, I can't play ad. It's not currently live. Wait 1 second. Said that it's obviously saying that on live stream. There we go. There's the button. So I'm gonna hit the play ad, and I'm gonna have you watch the stream. I mean, watch the ad. I'll take a break. Just for a break for those who watching the ad. Sorry about that. All right, so we back. Ad is over. Sure. Shout out to the ad, the sponsors of this video. Man, we can't be doing this without sponsors. I gotta bring this up too. There we go. All right. Demon Slayer. Not to get confused with Goblin Slayer. Once again, one of my favorite animes for this year, for this decade, to be honest. I haven't really been, this show hasn't really done anything out the ordinary except for just, making me laugh and smile. The characters, they I want so the main character take out to what is his name? How do you pronounce his name? Tajiro. He is he's up there as a an iconic character, along with his the bull friend. I can't even remember his name, but he's up there, also up there. All three of them is up there. Even this guy. You think so? I hope this dude is like he's like the opposite, complete opposite of Bokuro or Bakuro from My Hero Academia. Oh, if I might mispronounce his name, um, he's the spiky head dude that can shoot explosion out his fist, something like that. So I, that's he's the complete opposite. He whines a lot. Like there's not one moment where he's not quiet. So you know, I wish that they can take a different approach of him next season to get him more of an alpha, a little more of an alpha male um characteristic because this dude just whines nonstop. He is a funny character, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like he can be a lot more if he just shut up. Same thing, Bucko. Please make him less of a male characteristic because that dude just don't. Both of them just don't shut up, and it's really annoying when you having like headphones and you hear this dude just yell. All that does is yell, man. It's annoying. It's annoying as a viewer. It's not funny anymore. You've been doing this since season one, and it's getting old, bro. It's getting old. If y'all agree with me, please comment. It is getting old. They need to stop that. They need to stop his. I thought I heard someone. They need to stop. They really need to stop his How would you call it? They need to stop that. They need to stop that the characteristic of his. It's not it's not cute. So let's get into the top two. My Hero Academia. Same. What was that? Same clip from first of the stream. Oh man, I need to bring up the Bowser. There we go. My Hero Academia. Oh my gosh, one of the best series so far of my all time. I'm saying it because season 4, the new season that is in right now, have saved it from being not even on my list. Like Rosario, I'll even say that Rosario Vampire is a lot better, has a lot better development than this sorry excuse of an anime. Which I would say if it didn't have the its fourth season didn't have performed so well as it's doing right now. That's what I would be saying. But now it's a whole different perspective of the show, and I feel like if they continue that, no, I won't even say if they continue. If they let me down next season, I'm taking it off my list and I'm putting probably Rise of the Serial at number 3, or taking it and just moving one of my shows down. Like I'll probably move because it's deep. Just because of My Hero is in there, I'll probably move Re Zero up a little, me down a little just because of that. But besides that, the season is doing wonders for me, and I can't wait for the next season. It's doing some. It's I can't wait for the next episode. This is how good I'm feeling right now for it. So, number one, number one of my all time anime is. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. Gotta find it. Oh, there we go. Sword Art on freaking line. If y'all haven't watched this, if y'all haven't watched the new seasons, then I don't know what to go with y'all. Y'all really need to shape up and just bench watch the freaking new season because I believe it's on like the 10th episode, 7th episode. It's something to be watched. Like, come on, like give this series some love, give it the respect it deserves, and it needs to get another season after this. If it keeps on, all right. So if it keep on the road that it goes on, phenomenal. I feel like at this point it haven't reached its peak yet. This peak was actually, yeah, that peak was Gungela. I feel like couldn't really get into Gungela season. Was it what was after the Gungela? I can't really remember, but I feel like no yeah, the peak absolutely was the peak of Sword Online was Gungela until it got a reboot and Axelation or something like that took over. So I give a pause for that. And I can't really say anything else about it. This it's a really good, honest, a good series to watch. And I got some honorable mentions. So if My Hero Academia is failing me again next season, I'm definitely putting Overlord in place of it. But honorable mentions are Overlord, Goblin Slayer, and Rise of the Shield Hero. You know, like Overlord definitely should have been on my list. I'm sorry. I should have took off High School DSD and put in Overlord because Overlord is up there. Overlord is up there for my favorites. So I can't really say much. I know I ran through it as fast as possible. I mean, I don't know I ran through it like pretty quickly, but like I said, I'm not feeling so well physically. My stomach hurts, and it's it's really is a great beaut to see my top 10 being renewed. So I do try to change things up a little bit. So my next podcast. So I'm not doing nothing. So my next podcast, for those who are watching, wondering, will be on Christmas Day, Christmas Day. I'll be off from work. Y'all be home. Everybody be home. Hopefully, and it'll hopefully be something to expect for Christmas. I try my hardest to surprise y'all with. I try my hardest just to surprise y'all as much as possible. Apologize for the delay. I did say it was on Sunday, 9:30, and I didn't. I came short to it. Apologize, but y'all just gotta realize that I'm I'm more of a busy person during this time, only because I gotta prepare myself physically, mentally, and spiritually before I go to boot camp. So it's hate to say it's like one of those, but it's definitely is like one of those. And y'all wondering what one of those are, then just think of one of those moments. And I can't really say anything else but to say thank you for y'all to watching and stuff. So no, yeah, that's a horrible conclusion. So thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed my top 10. Well, my new top 10 for this decade. This video would also be will probably be titled top 10, more top 10s of the decade, something like that. And shout out to anybody who's watching, supporting this video, these podcasts. It take time for me to all these clips I gotta collect. I gotta put it into my software, editing software, and then live stream it. It's a lot of I won't say a lot of work, but it's up there in it's up there in an effort. So it's it does I don't mind doing things like that. I want to again people like y'all to enjoy. So make sure y'all like this video and also subscribe if you haven't already and comment on what y'all want the home background to be. So I be honestly, I just be freaking looking up Google random random images and find out like a whole collage of anime that I can grab and put it for the homepage. But if y'all on your own specific anime on, just comment in the comment section, and I'll make sure to put it on. I'll make sure to have it where it's visible. So thanks y'all for watching, and Z Fly is out.